Vikings under pressure to trade Blake Brandel. But is it really the best move? Since Kwesi Adofo-Mensah arrived in Minnesota in 2022, the Minnesota Vikings have become a veritable trade machine. And that's saying a lot, considering he replaced none other than Rick Spielman, the former Trader Rick. But now, a new name may have his days numbered in purple and gold, the versatile Blake Brandel. According to Bleacher Report analyst Gary Davenport, the Vikings should seriously consider the possibility of trading Brandel on the market. The justification: the franchise's major offensive line reinforcements, such as the arrival of first-round pick Donovan Jackson and Will Fries, a gold dollar signing. It's a formidable group on paper, Kevin O'Connell said of the new OL. We have to bring it to life on the field. So, fans, do you think there's still room for Brandel in this scenario? Sign up here at Report Vikings so you don't miss any roster moves and hot analysis like this. Brandel was a starter throughout the 2024 season, but he faced problems in the final stretch. According to PFF, in 117 snaps in the year, he gave up 7 sacks and was penalized 11 times, numbers that even took him out of the top 100 guards in the league. Davenport points out that, even with these flaws, Brandel still has market value. He has experience as a guard and tackle, a contract until 2026 with an affordable value, and can attract franchises that suffer injuries in training camp. If another team loses a starter on the offensive line, the Vikings may prefer to return a draft pick than keep him as a backup. Do you agree, or do you think it's better to keep this depth on the OL? Like the video to support the Report Vikings channel and show that the S-Cole Nation wants to be part of these decisions. The big dilemma is this: trading Brandel could open up a hole on the bench. Right now, the names that fill out the OL's interior rotation are basically bets. Michael Juergens, Henry Bird, and undrafted rookies Joe Huber and Zeke Corral. If the idea is to really compete in 2025, with McCarthy healthy and the offense sharp, having a stable and deep offensive line is not a luxury. It's a necessity. Christian Darrisaw is still recovering from his knee injury, and even if Justin School was signed, will he be able to handle the blow if something goes wrong? Brandel is a career Viking, 28 years old, and respected in the locker room. He may not be a Pro Bowler, but he has shown that he is capable of holding his own when the starters fall. Is it worth getting rid of this type of player just for a late draft pick? Want to know our full opinion, roster analysis, moves, and behind-the-scenes news about the Vikings? So share this video with more fans and comment here. Would you keep Brandel or trade him? Here at Report Vikings, your voice is part of the game. Vikings Report: could Michael Mayer be Kwesi's next bargain? With NFL summer approaching, Vikings GM Kwesi Adofo-Mensah is gearing up for his favorite season, the season of smart, low-key trades. And one name that's popping up on analyst radars is tight end Michael Mayer, currently wasted in Las Vegas. Yes, that same Michael Mayer, the 2023 second-round TE, who had high expectations before the Raiders spent a premium pick on Brock Bowers, essentially stealing all of Mayer's shine and targets on offense. What if I told you he could become TE2 in Minnesota for a 5th-round pick? By selecting Bowers in the first round of this year's draft, the Raiders clearly signaled that Michael Mayer is no longer the main plan at the position. The young tight end, who had all the potential to shine in Vegas, is now practically a backup piece on offense. With just 27 receptions, 304 yards, and 2 touchdowns as a rookie, he showed flashes of talent, but never had the volume to take off. It's a situation that's reminiscent of those windows of opportunity that Adofo-Mensah has been taking advantage of in recent summers. Players with draft pedigree, still young, who find themselves in the wrong place at the wrong time, and who can be acquired for a nominal fee. Minnesota still doesn't have a solid TE3. Josh Oliver's contract expires after the 2025 season, and while he's excellent as a blocker, Mayer's versatility, a much more natural receiver, could be a valuable addition to the group. Imagine this scenario in 2026, TJ Hockenson, healthy and in his prime, Michael Mayer as TE2, now adapted to Kevin O'Connell's system, and a rookie contract still on the table. It's the kind of roster construction that provides depth without compromising the cap. Plus, Meyer is only 22, which means Adolfo Mensah would be investing not only in future production, but also in potential technical development. Trade history suggests movement. Since arriving in Minnesota, Kwesi has made occasional but frequent trades over the summer. 2022, Nick Mullins, Jalen Reagor, Ross Blacklock, 2023, Vidarian Lowe for late pick, Andrew Booth for Nashon Wright, 24. History is about to be made. With such a clear track record, it's reasonable to expect another move to come, and Meyer fits perfectly into the type of target Kwesi usually targets: young, with good draft capital, but underutilized. Have you ever thought about seeing Hockenson and Meyer side by side in a 12-personnel formation in 2026? It would be one of the most complete duos in the NFC. According to writer Dustin Baker, a contributor to Vikings Territory, Meyer's current value would be something close to a fifth-round pick. A ridiculous price considering the potential involved. And unlike a veteran at the end of his career, Meyer would arrive with 3 years of contract control and room to grow. Would you make this trade if you were Kwesi? Would you bet on a future TE2 with TE1 talent? Comment below, fan. Skull Nation wants to know your opinion. With Hockenson's injury still on the radar and the lack of a reliable third tight end, the Vikings have plenty of reasons to consider this type of move. Meyer could be more than a depth solution. He could be the next quiet change that defines the roster in the medium term. And if there's one thing Adolfo Mensah's track record shows, it's that he loves to find value where others see discards. Stay tuned to Report Vikings for more predictions, rumors, and analysis. If Kwesi makes a move, you'll hear about it here before anyone else.